I had come home one night, came in, got my pajamas on, and was getting ready for bed. Then all of a sudden, my right eye, started twitching really fast.
In April 2018, Eve Perry Washington began having stroke-like symptoms. She called 911. Then she called Judy, her small group leader.
At that time, my speech was already, leaving. It was hard for me to get the words out so she could understand.
Her words were slurred, very slurred, and that was unlike Eve. I prayed for her on the phone and then headed to the hospital, prayed all the way to the hospital.
Eve was rushed to the emergency room, where friends and family members were waiting.
When we got there, we actually prayed for her, laid hands on her, prayed for her because we were able to see her in the emergency room.
I'd asked God when I got there, I said, listen, if I have to be in here, use me for your glory. I said, I'm not going to just be in here and not you use me. I said, because I know this is not you.
Doctors ran scans and x-rays and found a brain tumor behind her eye.
She had a meningioma. So meningioma is a tumor that arises from the meninges of the lining of the brain. It was on the left side behind her eye. I think it was like around 4 to 5 centimeters, so it was on the larger side.
My first reaction was that we just have to believe God. We have to believe God. We know that what He's promised us, and we have to stand on His promises.
I'm not sure. I'm not going to ask you why. I said, but I'm going to ask you, if I'm in the hospital and I have to have this brain surgery, I'm looking to you, Jesus, to totally heal me. There'll be no negative side effects.
If they're on the dominant hemisphere of the left side in close proximity to the language areas, it can cause speech issues. If it's nearby the motor cortex, which controls motor function, it could cause motor issues. In her case, where it's located, usually what we worry about in that location is vision loss.
She was released from the hospital and scheduled to return to the Mayo Clinic in August, where the surgeon, Dr. Betty Kim, would remove her tumor. The morning of the surgery, Eve felt total peace.
And this is exactly what the Holy Spirit said. He said, it's going to be like you went to sleep and woke up like nothing ever changed, except for the fact the tumor will be gone. This is what I said to Dr. Kim. Can you agree with me? Everything will come out fine. I will not have any negative side effects from any of this. And she said, I agree.
Her family and church friends continued praying for her. When it was over, the doctors told them they could go see her in recovery, where she was awake and totally coherent.
That was a little strange to me. I was like, okay, we can go back to see somebody that just had brain surgery. Okay, good. And so we went back to see her, and to my surprise, she was talking and wanting to get up.
I knew where I was, and knew the people that was in the room, and I just raised my hand and began to give God praise.
Any brain surgery is serious, but here at Mayo Clinic, we're very subspecialized, so we see a lot of the same type of lesions. After the surgery, she was doing great without any vision loss.
Eve recently married, and today is fully functioning and perfectly healthy. She is thankful for the excellent job the doctors at Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville did, and she has had no side effects or required follow-up treatment.
I never had headaches before, and I never had headaches since. No meds at all, no anything. So I was so grateful that none of that happened.
When I see her, I know that she's a testament of God's power at work. I would always say that my faith was strong, but this did increase my faith even more so.
We need each other, so don't be a lone ranger. Always surround yourself with prayer and people of prayer and people of faith. We need each other. Prayer is powerful.